Hey guys, my name is Jim Aspel. I'm a board certified workers' compensation attorney in Farmington, Connecticut. And a question that we get a lot, seems to be an epidemic of people asking this these days, is can I get a second opinion in my workers' compensation case? And that's a little bit more complicated than you might think. Um, the way it generally works with a workers' compensation case is that when you initially get hurt, uh, either you or your employer are going to pick a doctor. It would depend on your state. Some cases, the employer gets ultimate choice as to who you're going to see. In Connecticut, where I practice, the employee does get a chance to pick their own doctor, provided that the employer doesn't have what they call a managed medical care plan. So if the employer doesn't have a managed medical care plan, then the employee who gets injured can pick anybody that they want to see for their medical treatment. Uh, the problem becomes you only get to make that choice one time. Um, so if you're injured and you begin treating with Dr. Smith, and you're going along with Dr. Smith, and he's been taking care of you for 3 months or 6 months or whatever it is, and then suddenly you decide, hey, I don't really like the way my treatment is going, or I don't like what Dr. Smith is suggesting. I'd like to change my doctor, and I'd like to get a second opinion. Well, by and large, the workers' compensation judge in Connecticut is not going to approve that second opinion. If you want to get a second opinion and you've already begun a course of treatment with a certain provider, you're going to have to put that second opinion, the cost of that second opinion, through whatever other health insurance you might have. And a lot of times, what you're going to find is that a doctor is going to be reluctant to even see you. Um, you've got a workers' comp case, you're treating with a doctor, and you call up and you say, I'd like to get a second opinion using my group health insurance or whatever it is that you happen to have. Uh, there's a lot of practices that are going to be resistant to taking you on and getting you that opinion. So uh, the long and the short of it is, by and large, you're somewhat beholden to the doctor that you initially pick at the beginning of your workers' compensation case. Um, for that reason, if you have a comp case, I would suggest to you that it's worthwhile to speak with an attorney at the beginning of the case, somebody that does a lot of workers' compensation, is familiar with the doctors that take care of the particular body part that you injured, so that they can put you in touch with a practice that they're familiar with, that they know is going to provide you good care, that they know is going to be responsive to their request for medical legal opinions, and they know are going to give you, are going to give the lawyer access, prompt access to your medical records so that we can move your case forward. Second opinions are generally frowned on, so I think you're going to find that you have a hard time. At the outset of this, I did mention something about managed care plans, and just briefly, if your employer has what they call a managed care plan, um, that means that they've gone through the trouble of coming up with a list of approved treating physicians. They've actually submitted it to the Workers' Compensation Commission, and the Workers' Compensation Commission has approved that plan. Then the list of doctors participating in that plan becomes the list of doctors that you can choose from for your medical care for your workers' compensation case. There's a lot of times where the doctor that you want to see isn't going to be in the managed care plan. And in that instance, you can't go outside that plan. If you want workers' comp to pay for it, you have to pick a doctor inside that managed care plan. And a lot of people have difficulty accepting that concept, but it really boils down to the golden rule. They, that being they with the gold rules. And the insurance company is paying the bill, and they have quite a bit of say in who it is that you're going to see. So in a managed care plan situation, they have absolute say as to who you're going to see. So hopefully that's helpful. Um, if you want a second opinion, I think you're going to be disappointed, quite frankly. So keep that in mind when you're picking a doctor at the beginning of the work injury case, and just be careful who you pick, because a lot of times you're going to be with that person for the duration of the claim. If you have any questions, give us a call. We're in Farmington, 860-523-8783. You can check out our website, www.ctworkinjurylawyer. There's also a blog there with a bunch of workers' compensation topics that we try to update as often as possible. I would invite you to subscribe to this YouTube channel if you want to learn some more about Connecticut workers' compensation. And if you found the video helpful at all, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up. so that helps the algorithm. Okay, thanks.